Yes, we are good to for the one go. We are good to go. Yeah, live streaming is done like that. We can start.
Oh, all right.
The speakers here.
There should be here. Okay.
Just say my name. Why am I saying my name?
Just give me a minute. Let me get something.
Mr. Elijah.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Why is everybody named Elijah? I'm saying a lot of Elijah here.
That's because they use our link to join. It's our personal, our own location that they used to join. So they need to rename themselves.
Okay.
If you are named to look or Elijah, please rename yourself. Thank you.
Yes, so please let's try to rename ourselves so we know who is who. So it might appear to be as the one presented. All right, so wherever you are, right, do try as much as possible to rename yourself. Okay, it's very, very, very important. Just give me a few minutes getting things being put into place. Yeah, so man, today it is a blast. It's a blast. All right. I just need to put something in. All right. So both speakers are here. They're here for you, like they're here for you, everyone. So just get set and get ready. All right, yeah. All right, so it's the community event. We've actually been saying this for quite some time now. We've been blowing the trumpets, all right, and now you're here, real. So there's so much you're going to learn today, and it's very important that you are actually attentive to everything that will be discussed over the course of today, right? So very, very, very important. I'm going to give a background into what and why we hold community events, all right? So this is more like a keynote speech. All right, so you need to know this, all right? So the data science meetup, of course, it's scheduled and hosted by the Python team of the Beacom Dev Center. And basically what it's all about, it intends to bring along data scientists, enthusiasts, or even absolute beginners to data science. So it's a gathering of masterminds, it's a gathering of tech-driven individuals that cut across the space of data science, Python, and everything all united together. So you got to do main things. So discuss critical topics in the industry. And this current event is focused on automation of machine learning model. So I'm reading out something, right, basically. So just it's like a keynote speech. All right. So sequel to the above topic, the event will also be encompassing, firstly, an overview of machine learning processes with a basic guide on how to get started to aid beginners with the expandability of machine learning, and why the above topic is of immense importance to the industry. Well, what are we saying? We're just saying that today's topic is going to be centered on the relevance of that theme to the people within the industry. All right. So furthermore, the individual speakers, these guys are amazing. All right. So they'll be walking us through how automation has dominated the technology world and why it is immensely important to automate machine learning models for high-level production and scalability. Well, you're automating for what? High-level production and scalability. Similarly, the step-by-step processes involved in automl will be highlighted, including industry best practices, validation, and fine-tuning of this model optimal result. So you've heard it all. This is more like a keynote introductory, guide into what today's topic is all about. All right. So without further ado, all right, we'll be having the first speaker coming. Oh, just give us a 3 minutes. I also have his bio. All right. Let me ask my co-partner to send me. Sorry, I also have his bio. Sorry about that. All right. So, just a minute. Trying to declare parents. All right. So we have our first speaker here. His name is Mr. Oluyele Anthony. Mr. Oluyele Anthony is a software engineer at the Vincom Dev Center. He's quite vast in the field of software engineering, machine learning, and other amazing things. And he has a very critical interest in automation processes. In addition to that, he has also worked on several projects along this line that cut across industry-based practices, that cut across organizational projects for what it is. So it's quite vast. He's well vast in this area, and he's ready to just release so much knowledge, information, and step-by-step processes that would make you, either as a beginner skill through or as a professional, well-grounded. So without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Oluyele Anthony. Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
Oh, I didn't make. Okay, come on. I didn't mention I'm actually the anchor for today, but well, okay.
You can go on.
Okay, let me also tell you that. Okay, so my name is Elijah Moses. All right, I've just been so so gingered, so vibe, man, and I'll be your anchor for today. Yep. So the first person who's going to be speaking today, Mr. Oluyele Anthony. All right, so the stage is yours. The slide. I think you have a slide. If you have, it will fix. But just do what you know best how to do. Oh yeah, he has a slide. Okay, hit it.
All right. I believe I'm audible.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Oluyele Sunday Anthony, and as Mr. Elijah has flattered me with all his sweet words. Okay, we'll be talking about automated machine learning. As I said, I am a Python programmer and also a data scientist here in Vincom Dev Center. And we'll be looking at this amazing topic, in the words of Mr. Elijah, amazing topic called automated machine learning. You can call it automl. So diving in. So we are going to be looking at all this actually. I believe I'm audible. Can we all hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Thank you. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is actually a subset of artificial intelligence, which focuses on building systems that learn or improve performance based on the data they consume. Like machine learning, when you hear the word learning, is actually learning based on the data that is given to it. So when we say learning can be in form of going to, for us human, learning can be a form of going to school, getting to learn one thing or the other, acquiring knowledge. And that is why we are applying that same concept to that of a machine. Now we want a machine to actually learn. And what is a machine actually learning? It's learning from data that is provided to it. When even we as human, if we actually go to schools, we are given handouts, we are given a lot of information. We are taught A for apple, we are taught. If we are not hearing those things, if we do not hear those things, if we do not learn those things, I know very much that we will not know those things. So machine learning is just a way to mimic that kind of characteristics, making machine actually learn. And what are they learning from? They are going to learn from data. They are going to learn from provided information to them. They are going to get knowledge actually, and therefore they make predictions, they make intelligent decisions, they make decisions from those data they are given. They tend to gather information, they tend to gather trends based on the data they are given. And most of the time we see that a lot of people actually could not differentiate what AI or machine learning is. Machine learning is actually a subset of artificial intelligence, and most of the time people make use of it interchangeably. You see people actually calling machine learning artificial intelligence, they call artificial intelligence machine learning, though it is not like that. Machine learning is just a broad term that refers to systems or machines that mimic human intelligence. We tend to make, trying to make machines behave like humans. So we have a lot of different aspects of machine learning. We have computer vision and all that. But one thing we should know is that not all machine learning, not all AI are actually machine learning, but all machine learning are artificial intelligence. So moving on, going to the proper introduction, because we're actually looking at automation of machine learning. We want to see how we can automate machine learning processes. So we see that machine learning is popular, being used everywhere for application ranging from financial services to healthcare, marketing, advertising to manufacturing. We see that especially during the COVID-19 period, we see that a lot of companies, a lot of organizations, a lot of people, they're actually looking for ways to make their processes actually automated, just to get things done in faster ways without even most of the repetitive things we do. We do a lot of things repetitively. There's a way we can actually automate these processes and just make sure things are done faster and better. So, and we are all looking into the world of automation. Like, how can I just automate these processes? How can I just automate this? How can I just automate this process? And in 2020, when we had COVID-19, we see that a lot of organizations are actually, we are all at home looking into things. A lot of businesses are actually crumbling. Physical workers could not go to work, and we are actually looking for ways to get things done using automation. So, and machine learning process is actually involves some series of processes. We are going to see it in the next slide. So we actually need a way to automate this machine learning process. You have to fill in data, you have to do pre-processing, you have to do a lot of things to make sure we get our machine learning model. So how can we actually get this done with fewer codes, with lesser time, and using automation that we are talking about? And that is why we have automated machine learning. That's why we have automated machine learning. And we see that these trends in the technology has actually given rise to this automated machine learning. A lot of business wants to be data driven. We want to make intelligent decisions. We want to make decisions that is going to boost our businesses that's going to make us stand out in the industry. And we see that is actually a way to go. Automated machine learning will actually help reduce the need for a lot of experts in the system, in the organization. And we are going to see all of these, what automated machine learning is, and some of the things about automated machine learning. So before we move on, before we dive into the main thing, I want us to just for us to know if we're actually following us. Just take a time to just type the answer to this question. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? 3 apps that have changed your life. I want to see that. Let us quickly go to our chat box within some minutes. 3 apps that you cannot do without. Three apps you cannot do without. Wow, I'm seeing Google Doc, Gmail. How about calculator? I'm just seeing two reply. Okay, Twitter, WhatsApp, Google. I'm not seeing TikTok. All right. Solo Learn, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Chrome and WhatsApp, Zoom. So Elijah, you like meeting a lot.
Yeah.
All right. TikTok. I'm seeing TikTok. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's continue. I can see we are in the same spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's look at the need for automl. Why do we really need this automated machine learning? Machine learning algorithms have become increasingly popular in recent years, and their success in assisting the decision-making process in a wide range of applications is well known. Now, as I was saying the other time, I said machine learning, the traditional machine learning that we know, will require some of these steps we are looking at. If you look at the little illustration I have here, we have almost 7 steps to creating a machine learning model traditionally without automation. That is, we need to first do a form of data collection, data preparation, algorithm selection, model training, model evaluation, parameter tuning, and model prediction. We can see these steps, and these are the steps we must follow to make sure we actually come up with a machine learning model. And we see that this, before we can be able to do this, we need experts. You know, each of these processes, I can even tell you that there are experts that handle each of these. There are experts that deals with data collection, data preparation, you know, knowing the actual model to follow, to make use of, how to train and all that. And we see that there is need for artificial automated machine learning. And looking at what I have on the screen here, you can see how AutoML has actually broken down and made the whole processes easier. All you have to do is just collect data. The second part of this illustration is actually telling us the automation aspects of that's the automl particularly, and the last part is model prediction. What are we saying is that an automl algorithm is going to help you in data preparation, data algorithm selection, the feature extraction, model training and evaluation, parameter tuning, and best model selection. That is, it's going to, I can even tell you that one of the things that most data scientists, most machine learning engineer, what most of the things they actually get afraid of, or they are actually scared of, is a part of data preparation. You know, sometimes you get, you know, they call it dirty data that are very, very dirty. You have to do a lot of data cleaning. You have to do a lot of pre-processing. You have to do a lot of preparation of the data to make sure it is suitable for that particular machine learning model or machine learning algorithm you are trying to train. You know, you have to remove some signs, remove some spaces, remove a lot of things to make it suitable. And you will see that in this part of data preparation, you discover that you have to do a whole lot of things just to make it suitable for the machine learning training. And the part of model selection, the AutoML engine is going to help you to actually choose, because we have lots and lots and lots of machine learning algorithms. We have the linear regression, we have naive Bayes, we have XGBoost, we have logistic regression, we have a lot of them. And you know, when you are trying to solve a problem with machine learning, you get to sit down and start thinking that which one is suitable for this process. But automated machine learning, AutoML, is actually going to help you to actually do this successfully, make it just make sure that you have the best machine learning algorithm, machine learning model to come out. And at the end of the day, you do your model prediction. So what is the benefit of using automated machine learning? An AutoML model aims to automate all time-consuming operations, which makes data scientists focus more on solving the business challenges at hand. So it helps you to perform data processing steps, like I mentioned. It helps you to optimize your model. It helps you to decide or try multiple ways to ensemble or stack the algorithms. Now, what do we mean by ensemble or stack the algorithms? Now, when we say ensemble algorithm in machine learning, it means that you know, we as humans, we cannot really unless we have deep knowledge of the kind of problem we are solving, we cannot really just guess the kind of algorithm or the kind of machine learning model we want to make use of in machine learning steps. So ensembling or stacking the algorithms, it is going to try lots and lots and lots of algorithms just to make sure that it comes out with the best prediction. Just to make sure it comes out with the best decision, you know, best accuracy for the particular problem you are trying to solve. And what are the currently available AutoML frameworks? We have the Google Cloud AutoML. The Google Cloud AutoML gained popularity due to its, you know, we have Google actually built a software using this automated machine learning called AlphaZero. Can we see are we following?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. So Google actually created an AutoML program called AlphaZero. It is a chess program that it actually learned by playing against itself. Even though there are not much application in reinforcement learning in AutoML, but one of the best machine that was produced was used. It is this Google DeepMind guy. They created this AutoML system called AlphaZero that play chess against itself. It was known to have the highest. No human can play against it. It actually beats Stockfish. It's also a chess program that was created that was actually in the highest ranking. But this Google Mind guys created this AlphaZero, and it was able to beat this particular Stockfish in chess playing. And Google Cloud AutoML has its own framework. They have their framework where you can do your automated machine learning with just few lines of code. You get your model, and you can start building. You can start doing your prediction. One thing about Google Cloud AutoML is that it is not free. You have to pay some money just to make use of it, because they are using their cloud service. So we also have the Microsoft Azure AutoML. They also have their own framework. We have some that are absolutely free. We have the H2.ai. We have the Teapot, among others. Actually, this Teapot, um, AutoML2 actually has, when it was used for the MNIST digit recognition systems, which a lot of other normal algorithm will give you probably 97%, 96%. It actually has an accuracy of 98% accuracy in digit recognition. It is able to, when you can try to check out how what the MNIST data set is. It's actually a data set of digits. You actually get to predict digits. And this iris data set, when it was used, it actually gave an accuracy of 97%, which is a very great and useful tool for machine learning algorithms. So who can use AutoML, and where can it be used? So AutoML can be used by software engineers to develop applications without the need to know the details on working of ML algorithms. Data scientists to build ML pipeline, and it can actually be used by by software engineers, data scientists, and all that. AutoML can be used to deliver value in real-world challenges like image classification, customer churn prediction, process automation, fraud detection, among others. It has applications so far you supply it data, and you are going to have your predictive system. And one thing about this AutoML is actually trending. It's actually a very, very trending tool, and that's great application. There's one other framework that was not listed called Data Robots. They actually have a system, data robot. They actually have a system where they are tending and trying as much as possible to make their platform very useful to those that do not even understand programming. All you have to do is just supply your data. From supplying your data, you just give you some one or two parameters, and you get your prediction like that.
So Mr. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think I sent you a message, but direct message, but you can continue.
All right.
About time.
All right. So how does AutoML work? It begins by connecting it to the provided data set. The AutoML framework produces a data profile similar to the outcome of an exploratory data analysis after the input data set. So you get to put in the data. From there, it actually performs some form of EDA, and from there the AutoML2 determines whether variables are numeric. It does the pre-processing part, and it starts trying out a lot of models and perform optimization, and then you get your optimized model, and it can be used. It can be actually be deployed using your REST API and all that. So let me just, because of my time, I will just move to the last part. We have the pros and the cons: accessibility, efficiency, less errors, and the cons, which are the disadvantages. We have the computational power. Reason for low computational power is that it's actually need to try out lots of different of models. Need to try a lot of different of models, and when it tries linear regression, it tries logistic regression, tries different algorithms just to come up with the best results, and that's one big disadvantage. They really do not understand what is going on, and it is very difficult to actually do what we call parameter tuning. You don't get the chance to actually do some kind of changes in the algorithm. So will AutoML take my job as a data scientist? I know you might be curious and say, will this thing take my job? No, it will not take your job. Relax, it won't take your job. So, and these are the reasons why it won't take your job. Most AutoML are still not designed yet to we just call it little code, but you still need to write code. Now, when we get to real world analysis, you discover that you need to do some kind of intuitive thinking. You get to see that you need to make decisions based on the particular problem you're having at hand. It can only help professionals to fasten their face of their project. It can only help you as a data scientist to get faster models, faster predictions, faster algorithms, and machines are not intelligent enough to understand the context of the problem you are trying to solve. It can help us to find a suitable model for a given problem, but it can't come up with a new approach, which is often required for emerging real-life problems. So, finally, my conclusion.
Okay.
Okay.
I conclude. Yeah.
Okay. AutoML is a great tool to be used. Actually, it helps you to automate the process of machine learning. The biggest benefit of using AutoML could be attributed to its ability of training and testing multiple existing machine learning algorithms, and that is the strength. That is where, because a lot of data scientists do not actually know the best model to use. So it tries a lot of them and give you the best one and give you information about the predictive model you have generated. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
All right. Yo, that was some really seasoned information. I got to know that machines actually get to be quite smart, depending on how well you feed them the data, just like humans. All right, but that was a very insightful presentation from Mr. Oluyele, Sunday, and Tony. All right, so right now, I mean, relax. You received so much information. Your mind is like boom, 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 and you're like, what's going on next? Are we going to have another back-to-back section. Well, we're going to have back-to-back session, but before then, we're going to have a short break. All right. And over the course of this short break, I'm going to play a very amazing, interesting, engaging, super captivating, firing, like momentous video just for you. All right. And the programs, the video is actually tailored just for you for specific reasons, and you get to know why. All right. So right now, just listen to it. It's just like a 2-minute video. Of course, 2 minutes. Like everybody can do 2 minutes. All right. So could you stop sharing? Let me share these. All right. So get ready, get set, get fired up. Today is that day. All right. So let me share my system sound. Okay. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, in 1, action. Oh, where's that guy? Okay. All right. So let's start again. Let me start again from here. All right. I'm going to extend it. Okay. Shoot.
Hello, my name is Olayinka Isimoya. I am the Professional Services Lead at Bincom Dev Center. Bincom Dev Center is a multi-location tech training and development center in Nigeria, and our major objective at Bincom Dev Center is to produce over 1,000 quality tech individuals every year. These people are highly employable, globally attractive, and highly sought after in the tech ecosystem. You ask why, right? Yes, tech talents are in high demand in international communities such as US, the UK, Canada, and France. These countries have made policies and pathways to enable immigrations for tech talents. And guess what? Average salaries of software developers are as high as £35,000 per annum, and this is at the entry level. The opportunity for tech talents are endless, both locally and internationally. This means that the tech ecosystem is one of the highest employers of labor in Nigeria. Yet, many tech companies say that they are not able to find the right tech talents that they need. This is why we started the Bincom Global Tech Program. The program focuses on 3 major pillars, which are learn skills, gain experience, and gain exposure. The program spans between 1 to 2 years, and during this period, trainees are taken through an in-depth curriculum in their chosen tech tracks and also in development of soft skills required for them to become globally attractive in the tech ecosystem, both locally and internationally. This program helps trainees to learn tech skills, gain relevant tech experience, and also exposure to the endless possibilities and opportunities available in the tech ecosystem all over the world. Listen to some of the testimonials of our past and the exposure. The company is also willing to invest their money on you. It doesn't get better than that. What are you waiting for? Hurry up to bincom.net/globaltech and register to launch your global tech career. Thank you.
All right. I mean, that was something. Like that was some blast. Like, you know, that was some deep, awesome stuff. But I think I'll just stop sharing my screen now. All right. So yeah. Also, we're supposed to have more like a very interesting section before the second speaker comes up. All right. Now I was going to ask the question. All right. So all right. If you have questions, okay. Yes, sir.
Have you played the video?
Yeah, I've played it. All right. Okay. So if you have questions, like you want to bombard them back to back, like you want to pull after them back to back, well, don't worry. All right. Keep those questions. They're important. All right. But the questions are going to come after the section for many reasons. All right. So we also have more like a social influence campaign process where everybody here, you're going to go to Twitter, but maybe some other time because of time. Go to Twitter and type what you're learning, and then use the hashtag Bincom Global Tech, hashtag Bincom Python Community Event. But you can do this later because of time. All right. So without further ado, all right, get seated, relax, breathe in, breathe out. We're coming to the next section right now. We're going to have the second speaker coming up. All right, and he's going to give us some strong stuff, like some strong stuff. Well, just give me a minute. I want to just read out his. Let me see. Get access to his bio. Let's see. I think our second speaker is already here. Yeah, joined us right from the very beginning. Um, so if you're here with us, just say, I'm here.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear, loud and clear.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, just give me a minute. So everyone get seated, get ready for some very, very, very seasoned information. Okay, let me read you the bio of our second speaker. Man, he has worked on projects. All right, so I have here with me his bio. Well, he's deeply into tech, mobile development, blockchain development, and AI, like AI, artificial intelligence, or intelligence per se. All right, and he also has interest in the area of robotics, and he's super resourced as a Flutter developer. He has worked on quite a lot of projects. Also, I think he has worked on several projects, and you can also connect with him on LinkedIn. He's seasoned, all right, seasoned. I think his nickname is called Ted, all right, Mr. Eyimofe Ted Orimolade, and he's here right now to give you back to back. All right, Mr. Ted, you're up right now. Shoot, yes, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hope you're all doing good and enjoying this session.
Of course we are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen now.
All right. Let me add, nobody should go like stay at the end, because by the end of the meeting there is a very, very, very super duper bumper package benefit for those who stay. So don't go, stay. All right, yeah, you can see. We can see a slide, sir. All right. Sure is here.
You are muted, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You are muted.
Oh, so I think you're muted. Could you unmute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Oh, I was talking to myself.
We're still here with you, sir.
Yeah. So,
right.
yeah, this is myself. I'm Eyimofe Melody. I'm software engineer and technical writer. Yeah, so in this class, we're talking about automated machine learning. What is automated machine learning? What is machine learning? What is AutoML? How AutoML works, and how these tools and libraries are used. So I'll just be breaking down these things, and I'll just rush through them. As Mr. Antonio has explained before, I'll just go briefly into these things and just explain them. So yeah, what is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence which provides machine with the ability to learn automatically and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. So simply, take for instance, you have a child or a junior one at home. So you want to teach him how to brush his teeth or how to write letter A. So basically, you teach him, you give him an example of how to do it. You explain to him how to do it, and subsequently, he does it on his own. You don't have to teach him again. So that's basically the summary of machine learning and how machine learning works. So we have three types of machine learning. We have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So supervised learning is when the labeled are trained. So when this machine is placed in a labeled data, so when the machine is trained based on a labeled data, take for instance now you have a chair, a table, a laptop, and if you bring someone there, you explain to the person that, oh, this is a chair, this is a table, this is a laptop. Subsequently, the person comes back, the person can recognize that, yes, this is a chair or a table, and so forth. So unsupervised learning, this is when the data that is used to train this machine is not labeled. An example is like your let's say your email. You want to detect if an email is fraudulent or if it's a spam message. You will notice that sometimes when you receive an email, you don't get to see it on your main inbox. It's always usually inside the spam message. So, and it's a machine learning model that does this work of categorizing this email and saying, oh yes, this is a spam message, or let's say a bot, to detect bots. Recently, Elon Musk was talking about the number of bots that are on Twitter. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So he was talking about number of bots that are on Twitter and stuff like that. So a machine learning model can actually determine if this user is actually a bot or a normal human being. Then reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is when a machine or a robot is put into an environment and it's just left there to learn. Just puts a machine in an environment and it learns on its own. And when it performs a task, is rewarded. Take for instance, a dog. Okay, you're telling a dog, okay, sit, stand. You give it a reward. So that's like an example of something like that. But in the sense of machines, we see like autonomous driving. That's where you can use reinforcement learning, autonomous driving. AutoML too is an example of reinforcement learning. I would explain further when we move further. Okay, so this is just an image. It's an image here.
Right, Kelly, let's mute your mic, please. Hello.
So
All right,
this
continue,
is
sir, please.
an image that was how reinforcement learning works. Take for instance, this is a mouse. Okay. Take for instance, this is a mouse in the space, and its goal is to get to this cheese. So it has to test different routes. Once it gets kicked back, it will try another route. It will keep on trying. We call it trial and error method. So that's basically what reinforcement learning is. Okay. So, what is automated machine learning? It's a tool process that automatically performs the time-consuming activities of model development. Is everyone following me?
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
follow you
sir.
loud
I
and clear.
can follow you. Yes, sir.
So automated machine learning is separated in different steps. We have the feature extraction, feature selection, algorithm selection, tuning of hyperparameters, of the hyperparameters. So yeah, this is an example of how this is the machine learning flow. I got this image. So yeah, so from the data, you have the raw data. Take for instance from your company, a finance company or any company. That person is still here to mute his mic. It's really disturbing. Okay. Yeah, so we have the raw data. And from the raw data, we have to do some cleaning to the data in the sense that, take for instance, your data is in a CSV file. Sometimes your data is, some columns are empty or they have double digits. So That's what you're doing, like data cleaning. Some are not even relevant. So you have to do data cleaning, you have to do feature extraction, you have to do model selection, feature processing. So basically, all of them is called feature processing. You are processing the data, also called data processing. So you are processing this data in preparation for the model. So an AutoML is going to help us to eradicate all these things because they actually take time and a lot of experience to actually build a really good model, understanding all these features and different tools to do all these things. So from the data cleaning to the model selection. So there are different models. Take for instance, we want to work with deep learning. Then you have to think, okay, do I want to use um, artificial neural network or convolutional neural network? And even in convolutional neural network, there are different types. You have ResNet 50 and others, different um, machine learning algorithms that are going to use to process data. So how does machine auto ML actually works? Automated machine learning. So automated machine learning works using reinforcement learning, as I explained before. So it's going to try different algorithms. For instance, we have want to solve a classification problem. So you're going to get different algorithms based on classification, maybe like 50 algorithms. And this AutoML is going to perform reinforcement learning on this on these models, on these algorithms. It's going to try one, try another, try, and it's going to evaluate them. The one with the highest performance is the one that is going to pick for use. So, and it also uses neural network or recurrent neural
All right.
networks.
Please let's mute our mics. All right.
Okay, so I wrote here that to start with, the recurrent neural network will process a random set of hyperparameters. So in machine learning building, in model building, you have different parameters that you might want to vary that is going to affect your model, like the number of nodes, the layers of the algorithm. So this recurrent neural network is going to specify different parameters and is going to test them one by one. So after doing that, the model will be built using such parameters. You can use this model based on accuracy to reward or punish this reinforcement learning algorithm. So as I explained before, that reinforcement learning is a reward-based learning. So if you do this thing right, you get um, rewarded or punished in a sense. So yeah, as I said, it's going to be based on the accuracy. So of yeah, that is then used to update the parameters of the recurrent neural network. So let's quickly move forward. So as a data scientist, data scientist role in AutoML. So as a data scientist, you have to like have the experience of all these things. Some may say that AutoML might actually kick data scientists out of job or out of business, but that's not true. A data scientist is still needed, or so a data practitioner, someone that has understanding of data science is still needed to perform this task. Okay. Yeah, so the roles include like data cleaning, removing incomplete or incorrect cells in this your data. So it's involving feature selection, like selecting the feature you want to predict. Let's say you want to predict if rain is going to fall, if rain is not going to fall, if someone is going to collect a bank loan or not. So and so on. And then the model selection, as I said, you have to have the experience of, okay, I have this problem that I want to solve. Is it a regression problem or is it a classification problem or something related to computer vision and robotics, something like that? Then parameter selection. Okay. Yeah. So AutoML tools and libraries. So we have different tools. We have the Python libraries and we have the AutoML no code tools. So you don't practically have to code. It's not compulsory to code, but yeah, there are also platforms for you to code. So we have the Python libraries that you can use, like AutoKeras in building deep learning models. You can install that using pip install AutoKeras. You can also use AutoScaler. So you can just do that using the same method as stated above. So the AutoML tools, I just listed a few. So without no coding, so you can use the Google AutoML, which is paid for, as Mr. Antonio has explained, and you also have the Microsoft Azure AutoML. So yeah, and then the summary. So the advantages of AutoML is that there's better data processing, algorithm selection, and the tuning of parameters. I experienced something like this of tuning these parameters some months ago. So I was training a model, and it was averagely correct, but I felt that if I tuned these parameters right, I would get close to a 100% accuracy. So I had to like test different numbers and different parameters and just change and change, which took a lot of time and energy and experience. So AutoML is going to eradicate that for you and make it easy. So another one, okay, the disadvantage is that it requires more processing time due to the fact that it's reinforcement learning and it has to try different algorithms. It's going to take time. The least time that an AutoML can actually take is closely to like 1 hour and above, and take up to 24 hours, depending on your CPU and your GPU and the rest. So it's still in the development stage. You can't 100% rely on it because sometimes, as you know, these algorithms might not perform exactly how you want them to perform relating to your data. Okay, so and I'll just be showing a few examples. So, do anyone have any question before I continue? Question, suggestion?
Not
I
yet,
don't
sir.
want to, okay. I don't feel like I'm talking to myself.
No, no qualms. So just continue. I mean, very soon, everybody's going to come with their questions, and most definitely, you're going to be engaged.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So I just want to show you a few examples of
Your
using.
screen has stopped sharing, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sharing now. Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Okay. So this is actually a. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is a problem of bottle fill level detection. Actually, this is my project. So there's a problem of bottle fill level detection of liquid in a bottle. Take for instance, you buy some drinks and you check the level of this liquid in them. Some of them are not equal. For instance, like bottled water or and the rest, they are not equal, and some they are overfilled, some they are underfilled, and this can cause problem for the company. Like can with subsequent amounts can reduce to loss, or they can lose their customers. You won't like it if your bottle is not filled enough and you are buying it for 200, 500 naira. So yeah, so okay. Yeah, I'm just doing the basics of importing libraries and visualizing this data. I'm just going to explain this basically. I'm not really going to talk about the coding like that. So okay, and we can visualize our data and do the rest, splitting the data. If you are conversant with like uh, building models, you would understand some of these things. But it doesn't matter. You can just learn it and just see these things. Okay, so I wrote a code on like building this model using normal deep learning, using convolutional neural network. So, and this is the code. So the performance is okay, but I want to show you something. Okay, yeah. So I had to change these parameters and vary these parameters like the epoch and the batch size. You have to vary these things before you can get the accuracy you want. And we can see from here, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We can
Yeah.
see.
So we can see you can see that there is a loss of 1 and an accuracy of 0.3. But gradually, with the epoch, it continually reduces and reduces until the loss is 0.0 and the accuracy is 1. So yeah, that's using normal deep learning to evaluate this data and provide a model that is going to predict this problem and know the difference between these two. So, and here I tested the model. I tested the model and it's correct. It's originally um, original data, original label data, and the predicted data. You can see that it's overfilled. The bottle is actually overfilled. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference here and using autocarriers. So let me close this. Hold on. Yeah, so using autocarriers is much more easier for a Python developer. So you can just import this, download it, import autocarriers, and simply do okay, import. Still here, I'm still importing the libraries I'm using, and can just do image classifier. And using this image classifier, it does all those work instead of setting this epoch values and varying this or hypertuning these parameters. So it saves you a lot of time and increase your productivity, especially if you are someone that is not so experienced with um, machine learning or deep learning. Okay, and yeah, I'll just scroll down and show when I tested this model. So it takes a very few lines of code, very few lines of code, and it still gives the same accuracy or even more accuracy. And yes, so it shows the accuracy of this model. Okay, so I think my time is almost up. I will have showed you using auto scaling,
Yeah,
but it's
you
almost
have
the same thing.
3 minutes more, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I have a minute.
3 minutes more. 3 minutes.
Okay, so I would have explained using auto scaling, but yeah, we can do this some other time on going deep and explaining how these things work. So, but briefly, if you can see here, here on this cell, you can see automl. I can see regression is just an abbreviation for regression. Reg dot auto SQL lane regression regressor. So it's actually a regression problem. It's actually a problem of predicting the price of an house in a few years. So this is a regression problem, and that's why I'm using this regressor. If we check here, we're actually using an image classifier because we are trying to solve a classification problem. Where is it? Okay, so you can see
Yes,
autocarriers
sir.
dot image classifier. So briefly, let me just quickly explain the sweetest part of them all, which is Microsoft Azure. Microsoft has gone a long way in providing this platform. So people like data analysts or small business owners that don't really have experience in programming can use this platform easily, and they can get their models or create their models and use it on their website or their platforms. So okay, yeah, I did this project on predicting if someone will request for a loan from a bank or not. So let's quickly visualize this data. Quickly. Okay, so I would have explained using Microsoft Azure better, but depending on, because of our time, I'll just go through the basics of it. Okay, now so if we go to the models here, we can see that this AutoML actually tried different algorithms. You can see Max ABS Killer. This is the name of an algorithm. Max ABL Light GBM. So it tried different models and also tested different parameters of them. As you can see from the bottom, it's actually taking like, it's only having an 100% sampling, but the AUC weighted is actually changing. This is like accuracy, something like an accuracy. So you can see that the accuracy is 0.95, which is really, really good for your model. We can also visualize this. It also explains this algorithm to you and gives you a form of like bar charts based on the relevance of this data. So while that one loads, okay, I wanted to show something. Yeah, and you can also deploy this model on the platform directly. This is going to take you maximum of like 15 minutes, apart from the time of training the model. As I said, training the model can take above like 1 hour and above. Okay, so we can see the features here. So basically, the features that determine if a person is going to collect loan or not. So we have the duration. If I was to open the data, okay, yeah, okay, I got this data from Cargo. So you can see this data here. Coming. Okay. So we have the name, the job, the age, the marital status of the user, the education, and the rest. So these data that are collected from the bank, from the person. So the bank called these users and got this data, and they're trying to predict if other users are going to be interested in this loan. So, and the duration here is the number of time the user spent on the call. So obviously, if a bank manager calls you and you spend a lot of time on the call with him, that shows that you are interested to an extent. Okay, so yeah, you can also do a lot of things with Microsoft Azure. So yeah, let's go to like testing this model that has been created. So, and you're going to get the model and you can deploy this model. So you can test this model here. As you can see, I imputed the age 56. This is from, these variables are from this data, from this first data here. So the first person on this row, age is actually 56. The person is an housemaid, the person is married. Basic education is basic 4. So let's say like a primary school. Can also scroll down here. Can also see the housing. If the person has probably a house mortgage, person has a loan, stuff like that. So I imputed these values here, and yeah, I imputed basically all these values, the telephone number, if the person is interested in a loan and stuff. And once you click on tests, you will actually get this data as a JSON. So you can use this API for your endpoint and your front end, and you can actually use it probably from your website and detect if okay someone will be interested in this loan or not automatically. So that's the beauty of using Microsoft Azure AutoML. Yeah, and we can use this for image classification, for regression analysis, or regression problems, and so on and so forth. So thank you very much.
All right, sir. Wow, what an interesting section. I got to know not just only 30 perspective towards design, not just only 30 perspective towards design, right? But I also got to know, the practical approach towards such implementation, and that's something, right? That's something. So both speakers were yes or something, all right. And thank you, sir, for showing us not just the theory, but a similar project that explains the overall idea. That is something worthwhile. I know that the time and everything seems to be a little bit chunked, but most definitely, all things being equal, further avenues like these will be available in the long run. All right. So right now, yes. So all the questions will be coming from the ages past, ages present, ages in the future. Yeah. All the questions can come in now. So if you have a question about, AutoML, about things like these, right? What you heard, it's important that you actually ask this question now, now, not tomorrow. All right. So who has a question? Who has a question? Anybody from the audience?
I
Have a
have
question?
one.
Exactly. So Mr. Ladipo Samuel has a question. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody can actually answer the question, but you said AutoML doesn't actually take the job of a data scientist. I'm having confusion about that because if tools like Microsoft Azure is available, what is stopping somebody that is like a web developer or a software programmer from learning how to use that and actually taking the job of a data scientist? Like somebody that is not in the field of data science actually learning it and taking the job from a data scientist, what is stopping them?
Nice, nice, nice. So why directing to the first or the second or anybody? All right.
Anybody,
So
anybody.
okay, first or second speaker, Mr. Anthony or Mr. Ted. Yeah. So who would
All
like to
right.
answer?
Let
All
me,
right, sir. All right.
let me answer that. Um, Actually, this particular AutoML, as we discussed in the presentations, we are dealing with real life problems here, not just there's something called um, they call them model.fit engineers. Like when we say model.fit data scientists, that is you only know the processes. Like you know that you have to fit in data, you have to clean the data and just bring out predictions. But you don't even understand the problem. It is possible to actually perform machine learning, excellent process. You are able to do everything, but you don't even understand the problem you are solving. A
Yeah.
machine might find it very difficult to understand the problem at hand. You understand? Now, when you are now performing AutoML, it is a data scientist that would actually have the the knowledge of the problem and know exactly the kind of prediction is looking for. Even though we say it is tending to the part like Mr. Imofe actually has demonstrated, like we have no code AI, but you need to know there's a part of feature engineering.
You're breaking though.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I
But
can hear
I
you.
think a lot of people fine.
Can you hear
But
me
you
now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's something called feature engineering. You are the one. It is a data scientist that will know the kind of feature that would be very, very important to bring out the necessary prediction. And we said it's not like we are trying to say that it is just to make the life of a data scientist
yeah.
very easy, because looking at if you don't understand machine learning, if you are not a data scientist, you won't find it difficult to determine the kind of problem you are trying to solve. Like
So
it is a regression problem, it is a classification problem. Those are the things that you would know as a data scientist, and you don't know it. It will be difficult to do
all right.
automated machine learning.
I'm sorry. To follow up, you said
Okay.
a data scientist actually needs to know all these things. So does that mean that it leaves only those at the top to be able to do these things? Because if somebody is a data scientist, claims to be a data scientist, and he knows how to do the model predictions, knows how to do, but there are machines that can actually make it easier for a data scientist to do all these things. Does that mean that when the machines are available to make it easier, only those, because these things have been said in the past, you said that it makes life easier. In the past, we said computer will make life easier for people like bankers. Before we knew it, they started laying people off in banks because the computers are available to do the job. Does that mean that they only leave those that are at the top to do the job as data scientist, or we are still at the bottom food chain, we will still see jobs to do.
Nice.
When you
Nice.
say
Okay, I
Mr.
wanted to
Iman
ask.
said,
Okay,
No
the
problem.
second speaker. Who wants to speak?
So
Yeah.
as a data scientist or as a data practitioner, you have to be vast in like data analysis and knowing how to use all this platform. A random person cannot go to this platform and try and use it. As Sam said, you have to know the problem you are trying to solve. Either is a prediction, maybe you want to predict the price of stock, or that's a regression problem, or you want to classify, you want to differentiate. Is this a a book or a table, something like that? You have to understand the problem you are trying to solve. And so, even if you are a junior data scientist, you can know how to use this platform and provide solutions for people or the company you are actually working with. So it's not limited to people at the top at all. It's open for everyone. And the only issue that comes with problem platforms like Microsoft Azure and Google is that you have to pay for them. Not everyone
Yeah.
is ready to pay for what they don't know how to use.
Yeah.
So imagine you don't know how to use something and you're paying for it. So it can turn into a loss at the end of the day. So yeah, it's open
Yeah.
for everyone.
can I
Yeah.
can I still say
Okay, thank
something?
you.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at the time. Okay, you have like 1 minute. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. Shoot, sir.
All right. Okay. About the thing is, one of the strengths of AutoML is that it helps you determine the right model to use, the right algorithm to use. Now, when you perform your AutoML operation and you know that, okay, the best algorithm to make use of is maybe random forest, then you can go back to your, it's just a way to, can just go back to your normal method and just make use of a random model, the random forest model, do your parameter tuning, feature engineering and everything, just for you
Yes,
to
sir.
be more resourceful.
All right. All right. All right. All right. This is nice. I mean, would have loved to ask more questions. I'm one person that loves questions a lot. All right. And now before we all shoot, all right, and we wrap up everything for today, I'm going to ask. I'm going to post a link right now. Based on the previous video that I I I played. All right. If you like to learn, this kind of program or this kind of skill or this kind of knowledge track, you want to become really vast and resource like Mr. Ted or Mr. Oluyele, Mr. Sunday Anthony. All right. If you have such interest, you want to take up. That's the word. Okay. Wherever you are, all right, just type your name, your full name, all right, your full name and your email address. Something's gonna come to you straight. All right, just your full name and passport. Right, for you staying this long, you deserve something. All right, so you're going to receive a guide into how you can start up something like this and do much more, much more. Just respond real time in the chat box. You have like, let's say 1 minute, right? 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let's do it. All right. So not only are you going to talk about machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence, other aspect of it, everything that has to do with this area. All right, it will be available to you. Yeah. I just saw. I saw his name now. Mr. Angela Oluwashel ad creator. Nice. Who else? Drop. Real time. Drop. Real time. Like drop in the chat box. I mean, the time, I'm telling you at the time. So we have like 20 seconds more. All right. So you can drop it. Drop your name. Join the data science, Jagabans. All right. Well, that one actually does exist. Okay, Mr. Oyel. Oh, someone else. Okay, yeah. Someone has also dropped. Nice. Keep dropping, keep dropping. Don't trip, don't trip. Keep dropping, drop, 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 drop. All right, so you can drop it. We have 20 seconds more to go. All right, this is for you. You can't miss it. You shall not, you cannot, you must not, you shouldn't miss it. Thou shalt not miss it. It's for you. All right, so these are programs that are created just for you. All right, to bring that spice of insight. All right, you learn skills, you gain experience, you gain exposure. Like, it's powerful. So drop, 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 drop. You have 5 seconds more. 5 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, okay, light up. Anyways, so it's been all good. All right, I just want to say a big thanks to Mr. Sunday and Mr. Ted. I think I call him Ted. His full name is actually Mr. Eyimofe Orimolade. Hope I got the pronunciation well. All right, but in all, I got it right. Oh, that's nice. So I got the right data there. All right, so thank you so much, and also we all want to just say a big thanks to the BIMCOM organization for organizing this great program, and also for the Python team. I mean, this is a Python community event. I read the keynote earlier on when I started. All right, so there's so much, and with the information you've learned today, all right, don't just keep it under your bed. All right, don't just throw it off. All right, do something with it. That's what made Mr. Sunday who he is, and that's what made Mr. Orimolade who he is. So if these things can work for them, it can work for you as well. So without further ado, all right, we come to the end of today's community event. Boom! Yeah, it's been a blast so far. All right, so if you have further questions, you can reach out to me or reach out to any other wonderful persons who can be like a short lead to you. All right, and let me also post a certain link. All right, that can give you access to this kind of programs and much more. You can copy it or you can save it. I'm posting it right now. All right, so just give me a minute. A very wonderful link. Believe me, you don't want to miss this. It's like gold, like gold. All right, give me a minute, please. So this is like gold. This is like gold. Gold. I'm just with my view in real time now. All right. So I just posted the link on the group for everyone. Yeah, that's a link. So copy it. Copy it before we close the section. Copy that link. It will help you. All right. The beamcondevcenter.com/global tech to help you. All right. So you all have done greatly. All right. And also try to check out our social media channels on Facebook, on Instagram, on I was tempted to say WhatsApp, but on LinkedIn. All right. So you're there. Check out BIMCOM Dev Center. Follow us there for the biggest tech blast. You believe me, you didn't see it coming. It's going to hit you so big. Yeah. So that is that about that. And once more, thanks so much for your time, for your attention, for your audience, and for your willingness to learn, because that's very important. We keep learning. All right, so that is that about that. Shikina. All right, so you are all free to move. All right, so that's that about that. Thank you so much. God bless.
All right. Thank you. Well done, Mr. Elijah. I'm joined the other meeting.